guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? AncapTwenty4 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to empty out the backfield with certain formations to get a really nice advantage against man coverage. Now, if this is the first time checking out our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit that bell notification to make sure that you never miss any of our uploads. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about trips formations. And I want to make sure I explain what trips formations are when I'm in this context that I'm basically talking about. It's when you've got three receivers to one side of the field, and then you've got the tight end and the running back on the opposite side, okay? So trips tight end is a good indication of one. You know, if you're in something like trips tight end flex, you've got three wide receivers to the left, you've got your running back, and even though the tight end is flexed out, this would be a formation you can do it on. Something like even a slot offset. We're going to count the tight ends as receivers. So what you're going to see is you've got three receiving threats to the left, you've got your tight end, and then you've got your running back to the right, okay? So all these formations, this type deal is going to work, and I want to make sure that you understand that. So we're going to just do the most popular trips tight end. And what we're going to do here is pick man coverage and just talk about how players react to motion and how you can have an advantage with this. And then basically, as I go through the video, I'm going to kind of show you a great way to take advantage of the alignment. And I'm going to show you a little bit more, like, I guess I don't say glitchy, but definitely, taking a little bit more of understanding who's going to move, who's not going to move. And then I'm going to show you a route that really cooks this, just for more of awareness to make sure that, when EA kind of sees our videos, they kind of understand a little bit better of what may need to be fixed, okay? So let's talk about 2-4-5 double A gap, cover one hole as the first defense to look into, okay? I want you to look at this. I'm going to press the defense. This is a very popular formation. You're going to see that because the left linebacker is in a zone, the right linebacker is going to be covering the running back, okay? Let me just get off of this. And when we empty out the formation, what I mean by emptying out, you're going to take your running back, you're going to put him in motion to the right-hand side. I want to show who goes with him. It's going to be that linebacker, but it's not who goes with him. It's where they line up is where I want to discuss, okay? When you empty out a trips formation against almost every single nickel formation that you're going to face, that linebacker or safety is going to line up 10 yards or more from where the running back is basically lined up. See how the running back's 2 yards past the, behind the line of scrimmage, and that guy's at the 8-yard mark? You have a 10-yard cushion, right? Why is that important? All you've got to do is put him on a slant, okay? And you're going to cook this player every single time as long as he doesn't have one step ahead. You'll see here in regs, it's going to be a lot better because you're going against, linebackers that don't have speed. When you're going against safeties that do, you're going to get about 7 or 8 yards. Anytime you're going against a linebacker, you're going to have a lot more yards depending on what it is. Now, really important because you can use this as a strategy to force them to have to either put more zones on the field or they've got to cover it manually. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this guy over. I'm going to show you what most people are going to try. First thing they're going to try is they're going to go to individual cover adjustments. They're going to pick Aaron Jones here, and they're going to try to press. The guy does not come down when you press, right? He's on an island by himself. I try to run off coverage by either blocking the tight end or putting him on a drag just to make sure that I've got my whole area open. I'll put him on a slant, and you're going to see that you're going to have that easy ability to throw it on that slant, get yourself some easy yards. One of those annoying routes that, as simple as it is going to force your user to have to cover that side of the field, which opens up the left side of the field for any route where the user can't jump. And typically in this situation, the user is going to be most likely the player that's either in the deep safety or the linebacker position. It just forces them to have to play a different defense. So let's go to different defenses right here. So now let's go to mid blitz, okay? I'm going to press it. Mid blitz is definitely a popular blitzing defense here. I'm going to move this guy out, and look who follows him, right? That was the guy that was on him. I want to point out now it's a safety, but look how he's now 10 yards off of the line of scrimmage. So even though it's a safety, you're going to be able to take advantage of that, hit him on its break, catch this ball, get up the field, and you're going to see how a lot of times when you have a great running back in regs, or have a great running back like Kamara, McCaffrey, even the new James White in mud. You're going to have that ability. CFM, obviously, if you're building around your running back, this is going to be a really nice receiving back type deal. Let's go to other formations to talk about, okay? So let's go to 3-3-5 wide. Let's go to cover 2 man. You're going to see that even with cover 2 man, that middle linebacker is his responsibility. You move him out. You're going to see that how deep he goes, right? Let's go ahead and move him back. Now let's go to Mike Blitz 0, right? Go to Mike Blitz 0. I'm going to press him, right? Same thing, move him out. You can see that guy goes all the way out. Right? So again, you've got that thing. Now let's go ahead and reset both of these, right? Reset them. Now I'm going to go call Mike Blitz 0 again, and I'm going to move this guy out, and look what happened. Nobody covered him. And why is that? It's because they didn't press. So if people are playing man coverage and they're not pressing, the guy that was supposed to follow him, which is the left safety here, isn't going to follow him because they're not pressing their defense. So just so you know all the, the things that you should, basically understand, you do that. Now, obviously, you're throwing this ball over here, catching this ball. Terrible animation, but you can definitely go up the field. So if somebody's playing man coverage and they're not pressing you, that guy's not going to follow you at all. So there's a little bit of things here and there that you got to know when it comes to, the defensive side of the ball and also the offensive side of the ball to have this. Now, obviously, the way I like to use this is just basically having that cushion, right? Now, I'm going to go to a couple other formations just to show you that it works the same way. We'll go to trips Y flex. I'll just call, actually, not triple Y flex. It's the other one. It is, I want to make sure I got this right here for you. It is, I must have skipped it already. It's the trips tight end flex, okay? So let's just call PA crossers. I'm going to put the streak on the field. You can see that I'll move this guy over. Because it's a trip set, this guy is going to go 10 yards, right? And this time you can do double slants if you want because the tight end's now in a flex position. You hit this guy on its break, catch this ball, get up the field, and get yourself some easy yards, right? Now, there's a route that is in this formation, okay? It's the trips tight end flex. It's called halfback angle. And it's kind of a little glitchy, all right? The reason why it's glitchy is because it actually route bounces, okay? So let me explain what that means, okay? So when I move this guy over, it's an angle route, but it's a special angle route. So when I move it over, he actually hits the sideline and goes up the field. That little hit the sideline going up the field is where the glitchy part comes, because what ends up happening is when he hits the sideline, the defender kind of gives up for half a second. Watch him here. When he gives up, now you can throw it by him, and you're going to have an easy catch to go up the field, right? This works in mud. It works against free safeties. Something that I think needs to be looked at. Why does, hitting the sideline affect the way that my player is going to play? And I'll show it to you again so you can understand it a little bit better. Why it does what it does is once it hits the sideline, the linebacker literally hesitates. It has nothing to do with the route, because if I put an angle route and move him over there, then it is what it is. But as soon as he hits the sign, watch the player. He's kind of going to give up a little bit, and then he's going to recover, right? And you're going to have this ability to have an easy, man-beating play. Now, again, something that I wanted to kind of show you from a strategy standpoint on getting the deep player against the slant. And then we kind of went, and showed you that if they don't press, you can get the guy wide open. And then obviously this route's a little bit out there. Only 2 playbooks have it that I know of, Texans and Patriots. I think there might be a couple more, but I know that it's not found in a lot of playbooks. But it is something that needs to be looked at because of the way that it hits that sideline. But wanted really just to kind of give you the concept more than anything. Hope this was helpful, something that you can use in your own, schemes, to where if you're facing somebody that has heavy man coverage and just needs something to get the, 6 to 8 yards consistently and get them out of man coverage, or just alter their way of playing it. This is a great strategy to use, something that I use myself sporadically. This isn't my whole offense when I run this type of stuff, but it's something sporadic that I'll put in just to kind of shake things up when I feel like they may have, tried to overly aggressive play man. So appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.